Alright. Good morning, YouTube. This is your friend Siren Frost, and I'm coming at you with a... Ooh. Okay, that was just my play. I just had breakfast, so apologies. Anyways, so right now it's 7:33 in the morning, and I never usually do my videos like this early in the morning, so this is going to be at first. But this is going to be a very... I decided to do my late report from the YCS. So recently, the weekend... this last weekend we had our very first YCS in Salt Lake City, Utah, which is, we never even actually had one of those before. So I feel kind of honored for having one of these things because it gives most of us local players an opportunity to come to these things, these events, and meet new people, and see where it takes us. The sad part is I didn't take much selfies. Well, I took a lot of selfies, but I didn't take any pictures of any famous YouTubers like Simo or Seam Samurai X. I mean, it would have been an honor to take a picture with them, but I don't know what the hell was I thinking. So, anyways, I'm here this morning to actually give out my my tournament reports. Like you know how I usually do these things. I go down the list of all the rounds I played and explain what happened, and maybe little things because I don't remember most of them. It just happened so quickly, like. It's hard to really tell, and yes, guys, I look like complete shit, but you know what? Who gives a shit? And we got a nice little water here, so it's not tequila or anything. So, on Saturday when I entered the YCS scene, I was playing. Of course, I bring Trickstars. Guys know me. I'm a Trickstar player officially. And it's kind of funny how people say they don't like going up against Trickstars because they burn you a shit ton. You guys want to know something? It's not that I'm a bad player. It's just the fact that, maybe sometimes I make big mistakes in some of my plays. But you know what? I'll commit to them. I'll admit. So, for round 1, I played against True Dracos. And obviously, that deck is a fucking bitch from hell. And personally, from my experience for playing against the deck for so long, for a little while, I really don't like it. Because you're able to tribute your monster spells and traps to summon out, like, the True Dracos, who are unaffected by spells, traps, or monster effects, depending on the situation, at least. One thing I really hate about the deck the most is the Masterpiece. Like, you just banish one True Draco card. Is it a spell or trap card, I think? I have to look that up again, but I can't even speak today. And it just destroys your monster. Like, just when you're trying to win, your opponent has something to block it. And to me, it's kind of personally shitty, but that's just me though. Like, people like to win a lot more, so that's why they go up against those big meta decks, but who am I to say, So my score for that one was, I just got my ass handed to me in both games. Most of my hands were just mostly hand traps and everything, and I can't do shit about it, so I didn't give up or anything. I tried to find alternatives, but there is no way of comparing that deck with mine. So, and like I said, guys, it's not that I'm a bad player. It's just that I didn't really have an outlet on what to expect from True Dracos, So I had 0 wins and 2 losses on that one, which is very expected. For round 2, I fought against Pendulum Magicians. So those were the 2 main decks I had actually gone up against. And for that score was, I had 1 win and 2 losses, though. So I did lose to round 2 on that one. But, overall, the kid is from New York. He was very nice. I thought he was very polite. My dumbass keeps saying sorry many times over. So, it was just a fun game. But then my friend who I rode down to Salt Lake down day, she had to drop because apparently the judges deck checked her. And which kind of shocked the hell out of me because her deck was fine. It was the sleeves that was the problem. So I don't know what the fuck the deal was. But she dropped. She didn't want to go through all those conditions. So she gave me $5 to take the train home or to Layton because that's where my car was. But, I just feel like it's completely unfair that some of the judges, that the other guy got off scot-free and she didn't. So it just kind of shitty right there. But you know what, overall, but anyways, besides that, the kid who I was playing against, he was very nice, and he was from New York, and surprisingly enough, there were a lot of people from all over the world that actually came to our small little state. So, kudos. But anyways, so in the end I did lose to him, but I was very close on some of the matches. So it was still a fun game to me. I actually really did have a good time playing him. Like, I normally don't say I'm excited about losing, but like, playing against this kid, learning about the game, or not the game, the deck a little bit more about Pendulums, I'm starting to get the hang of see why there's so many certain builds and why not builds. But now that the YCS is over, we'll see what happens. My third round was against a rank 10 train deck. I know you're all probably thinking, a rank 10 train? That doesn't make any sense. No, the kid was a sweetheart. He was very happy, but he was really a little salty. I can personally tell he's a little salty because I did play Trickstars and he did not like that. And I never fought against a train deck before, so it was kind of a bit of a fun experience to know that. So, while everyone else was playing Pendulum Magicians, and yes, I have Swedish fish, so don't judge me. I eat on my channel, so don't judge me. But personally, so I won 2-0 against him. But in the end, I did have a good time with him, but he did drop because he constantly lost in both his first 2 games. So I kind of felt bad for the kid, but a win's a win. So I hate saying that sometimes because I don't like to win most of the time. That's kind of funny how I say that, right? That's kind of a little funny because I do like winning a lot, but I win some and I lose some, and I'm starting to see that winning's not everything. It's just fun. Anyways, so round 4, I won by default because my opponent didn't show up. So I'm like, is this going to be like regionals all over again? Because I've been getting this a lot lately. Like, some people I fought against, they didn't want to drop because of Pendulum Magicians or True Dracos. And that was the biggest controversy, well, from hearing from a lot of people, that they hate Pendulum Magicians, they hate True Dracos. I personally don't like them, but you know what? You gotta admit though, the decks are really that good, better than my Trickstars. But then again, I've only been playing Trickstars for almost ever since they first came out, Code of Duelists with Candina and all that stuff. So I'm still testing out different things, but in the end, I'm still watching some videos. Just give me a bit of an idea what I cannot do, and just put my own little spin on it sometimes. So anyways, round 5, I fought against Mekk-Knight Invoked. So, Mekk-Knight Invoked, I was expecting this kid to actually kill me within 2 turns. But no, he didn't. I didn't see an Eclipse. And I know that one Eclipse has the ability to move around and negate shit. I did not like that, but he didn't have that. But he did have a Kava. But what saved my ass the most was that I had a Blazing Mirror Force face down. And we both take damage to all his attack points, but in the end, he lost twice. So I got 2-0. I won 2-0 for that one. Shocking, isn't it? My 6th round. Oh my god. My 6th round. My opponent is a local player, and he and I are. I think we're on pretty much good terms right now. We don't have any big beef with each other. But he was playing Palleozoic Frogs, and he's a competitive player, but he also sometimes likes to have fun. So there were a couple times that I had this close to actually win both those matches, but in the end he came top. So what happened in the first round with me and him is he was down to, I brought him down to a measly 100 life points, but in the end he got enough frogs in the grave, Palleozoics, and face down. And what saved them was totally awesome. His avatar. And then game 2, he was down by 4 cards only. I'm not joking. 4 cards, and he still won. Because I think I might have overused my combos maybe a little too much. I should know what timing is correct or not, but I learn. So you live, you learn. But in the end, I lost 2-0 for that one, but in the end, I gave him a run for his money, apparently, because now he knows that I don't fuck around, and you know, even if I did lost, it was still a good match, and we both just got really excited over this. Like, what the hell? Round 7, I won by default. So I was entirely bored after 30 minutes, for all that 30 minutes. Like, I had to literally go upstairs to charge my fucking iPod. Yeah. That's how bored I was. Plus, there were some cheerleaders next door to us, which are complete assholes, so. Yeah. And then round 8, I was heartbroken by this one. My opponent was playing a Mekk-Knight lockdown deck. Yeah. So, I couldn't even really do anything of the sorts. And he had an Invader border. And what saved me, what I should have realized about him is that I should have summoned Holy Angel in the beginning to negate, to get rid of him. But in the end, I didn't have an Honest in my hand. So I couldn't really do anything. I did play Honest once, and that was it. So, in the end, I did lose 2-0. My opponent just up and left. He didn't even say good game or anything, so evidently that's just one of the players who just think they're so snotty, just think they're high mind and all that shit, so whatever. It's his loss, but I can't say I'm really happy about losing any of these games at all, but I did have a good time at the event overall, so my overall score was 9 wins and 8 losses, so it's not completely bad. And I got 182nd place out of 224 people that was currently still in the YCS tournament. So, you know, I didn't make the cut, sadly, but, you know, this gave me an outlet and an experience that I needed to really keep going with my dueling. Even though many people say I should probably just quit the game, or I'm telling myself I need to quit this game because I'm not good enough. I'm always salty constantly, but in the end, you know, this is a game that makes me happy, and I enjoy playing it. So, even though people think that I'm just faking my voice, you know, being like these clickbait motherfuckers, but I'm not. But anyways, guys, that is my complete tournament report from the YCS Salt Lake City, Utah 2018. And I do hope that if Julia Hedberg ever decides to have another YCS here in Salt Lake, sign me the fuck up, okay? That was actually pretty fun. I loved it. But anyways, guys, that is my tournament report. And on my next video, I'll be doing a deck profile to show you guys what I use and what saved my butt a little bit. But anyways, that's pretty much all I gotta say, guys. Thank you guys for watching. And be sure to subscribe, like this video, thumbs up for it. And drop a comment, you know? Like, ask me, like, what happened, like, why this and that happened to YCS. You know, or even just say hi, you know? Anyways, I'm Siren Frost. Thank you guys for watching. Later.